Okay, hey everyone. This is your favorite friend Jay, or as you formerly know me, I'm Jaylan Salah. Today, I'm so excited to be on this episode from the J Reviews with one of my best friends. I've known Ken since 2022. He's one of the best cinephiles out there. He has his amazing podcast, Mr. Gentleman Podcast. He kind of invites people to talk about a lot of things, about movies, about life, and he has some inspirational stuff to give. Also, I just love that I'm joined by him today to talk about one of our favorite comedians, favorite actors, and also a great franchise that we both love. How are you doing, Kenny?
Hey, hello, Miss Jalen. How you doing? This is Ken, aka Mr. Gentleman from the Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast. Happy to be here.
I'm so happy to be here too. What I want to know first, when we discussed that we wanted to talk about Eddie Murphy and Beverly Hills Cop, why
Yeah.
do you think we both clicked? Like you and I are both cinephiles. We love movies so much. But why do you think for you, Beverly Hills Cop is such a big deal? It's such a great film. And you go first and then I'll say.
We discussed it on my show on the top 20 countdown list episode, and I had Beverly Hill Cop on my list. I can't remember what was it, top 20 or my top 40, but then but we have a lot of common with kind of Eddie Murphy. We both love Eddie Murphy. Definitely one of our favorite comedians. Definitely funny. And yeah, it's and Beverly Hill Cop. One of my favorite Eddie Murphy movies. So yeah,
First of all, it's really a great comedy. Like to this day, you can watch this movie and just laugh nonstop. Seriously.
yeah,
Second of all, the action was just I don't know what's going on now. Is it too much CGI? Is it too much?
yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know.
yeah.
Like you don't have compelling characters, enough compelling villains and compelling, like good guys seemingly. Although Axel is a good guy, but he's also very cool. Like you don't have him as an archetypal boring good guy. He just breaks the law. He does all kinds of crazy things. He
Yeah,
just
yeah, yeah,
makes his characters on the spot. He has a lot of talent. He's so brilliant, I think, but also funny and doesn't take himself seriously.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
I think movies back then, action movies, action comedy movies, they had this spirit, they had this edge about them. They had this I don't know, like an air of experimentation, but at the same time, everything was also within a frame. They had it to the T. Like they had you always have the bad guy, you always have the good guy, you always have, like resistance, something comes in the middle, and then it all slips away, and then he rises from the ashes. You have the confrontation at the end. So it was like a formula, but it
Yeah,
worked
yeah, yeah.
so well. And I think it was carried too by the movie stars of the time. And Eddie
Oh
Murphy
yeah,
was like one of the best.
he was big, yeah, because Eddie Murphy came off of Saturday Night Live, and then he just started doing movies after that. I forgot which one was his first movie. I don't think this was his first movie, but something was his first one. Was it this? Was this his first movie, or was it?
Let me check.
Yeah,
Let's see
I'm trying to
what was
think.
what was his first movie. Like I gotta check what was his first.
I feel like maybe it might be this. I don't know. Maybe wrong.
Okay. So it could be this movie, but also he was like the star of Saturday Night Live.
Yeah,
So that's
yeah. He
the
said
thing.
yeah. They did comedy.
Yeah. Oh, so he made like 48 hours, but I
Oh,
think,
for the right.
yeah. And then you have like Trading Places, and then you have like the big thing, like 1984.
Yeah,
This is like big. I don't think people were expecting this scale of success for Eddie. Maybe they weren't
yeah,
expecting. I think it was kind of revolutionary at the time, and it made like huge, like box office numbers and stuff like that. But well
yeah.
deserved because I think this was a breed of comedy that wasn't common at the time.
I think this was his breakout movie. I don't think this was his breakout movie.
Definitely. And it's deserved
Yeah,
because he's bringing his Saturday Night Live energy to it
yeah,
and his
yeah, yeah,
brilliance as a comedian. He can get into any character he wants. And he's also insanely funny. And he's just, like he's always standing out with all the characters that he's appearing with.
yeah,
So I'm just gonna get like we watched Beverly Hills Cup 1 and 2. Although I didn't really like 2, I think it like went really down from where 1 was. But I'll just
yeah, yeah.
cool. I'll just
Yeah,
say,
yeah. So his first movie was on 48 Hours. First movie.
okay, this was his first movie, and
Yeah,
then
that
came
was his
Trading
very first
Places.
movie. Yeah, Trading
Yes,
Places, and then with Belly Hill Cop. Yeah.
yes,
Even though I did like 48 Hours too. I actually did like 40 Hours. I used to watch that a lot when I was younger.
really. Okay,
Yeah.
on
That
Disney. Yeah, on VHS or on TV or on what?
It used to come on TV a lot. So the thing with movies back in the day, like once it be in the movie theater, like a couple years later, it would just be on TV like quick, very quick. Then how? But I think now it's quicker now, but back
Yeah.
then it used to be coming on like on the network TV. I used to watch it a lot. A lot of Eddie movies used to come on the network TV when I was growing up.
Okay. Because I remember the first time I was just gonna ask you, like, when was the first time you watched Beverly Hills Cop, the first one? Because for me, my dad got us, I think, the three on VHS sets, so I watched them really, really later. It was one and two and three, and I was kind of young, but I was blown away and I was laughing nonstop, and I just loved him so much. And then I think I watched them even after his vampire movie. So it was for me, it was bizarre because my first introduction to Eddie was him as a vampire. Yes, it was
Mm,
hilarious, silly movie, but at the same time, I still loved it, and I got really scared. He kind of looked nasty in this, and then I watch him here, and he's a funny goofball, and
yeah.
it just flows from there. So when was the first time you remember watching it?
Definitely when I was a kid, cause like I said, what 48 hours that Beverly Hills Cop also came on TV a lot as a kid. Number one, definitely number one. So I used to watch it a lot. It's probably used to come on. Back in the day, you had to have like movies come on a lot. Like you know how you used to have like broadcast movie in the afternoon. Like Beverly Hills Cop used to come on a lot, like Channel 9 or Channel 11, and that's how I used to watch it as a kid. I used to watch a lot of movies as a kid. So yeah.
Okay, awesome. So what do you think makes Beverly Hills Cop like stand the test of time for you? Because sometimes when we watch movies when you're younger and then you watch them now and you feel like, oh my god, no, this doesn't stand the test of time. First of all, either I'm bored or I feel that
Yeah.
it lacks something, or I outgrew it. But I watched them at least, exactly, especially the first one, and I felt like fresh into it. Like I can't
Yeah.
stop, I can't get enough. I love it so much. Everything about it is cool. So for you, what makes it a good movie even to this day? What makes it
Um,
stand the test of time?
well, when I watched it recently, I watched it 3 times recently. I know one time was probably like sometime in 2020, another time probably like last year, and
Okay.
then the third time when we were doing this review, and I realized, yo, Beverly Hills Cop is a really funny movie. And it made me understand it more as an adult. It made me really appreciate it a lot more than I was as a kid. So watching it now is aged really good watching it now. Well, at least the first one did. At least the
At
first one
least the
did.
first one, yes, because the second one was
Yeah.
kind of a disappointment.
I
And
mean,
I,
I mean,
yeah,
second one wasn't bad. It was just I felt it was too quick,
this is
very
the
quick.
thing. This is the thing.
Yeah,
I felt the same. Like it wasn't bad. Sometimes you feel like the
yeah,
sequel is horrible. What is this? Like monstrosity. Get it out of my face. This wasn't. But maybe because I was so hyped when I was watching the first one,
yeah,
the second one came like an adrenaline
yeah,
downgrade.
yeah, yeah,
Like, no, guys, what? He still had his funny moments. There's
yeah,
this
yeah,
moment when
yeah,
he's like, like, I used to be a Muslim and I can smell pork, and it's like
yeah,
funny. He's insane. And there is this moment where he just goes into any bad guys, like the moment I think when he was going to the shooting range and stuff like that, it
yeah.
was
Oh yeah,
insane.
yeah,
The way he interacts with every single person, you just laugh. But you feel like it was just moments. The first movie was all kind of like tied in
yeah,
like a tapestry. And you could feel the energy, not just with of Eddie, but him interacting with all the other characters.
yeah, yeah,
So yeah, okay. So I'm gonna just say the first synopsis for the first movie. Police officer Axel F, close friend Mikey Tandino is murdered by drug dealer Victor Maitland soon after he arrives in Detroit. Axel takes up the investigation, which leads him to the crime world of Beverly Hills. First of all, it was crazy funny how you take this
yeah,
character of Axel, who doesn't even fit in Detroit, and take him somewhere fancy like Beverly Hills. It was insane the way you see him dealing in,
yeah,
just laughing at how pretentious people are when he's going to this really fancy, expensive hotel. The scene at the art gallery with Sarge,
yeah,
it
yeah, yeah,
the way he plays off people's pronunciation and the way they just say words, like I would be really scared to come, like heads to heads with this guy because he's just gonna pick on everything I do and he's gonna do it in a funny way that I can't stop laughing. So it's
yeah,
such a
yeah,
very meaty, interesting character to sink his teeth into. And it's also funny without, it's very effortless fun. Like it's effortless
yeah.
comedy. I think because Eddie has it in him already. So
He
yes,
does, yeah, yeah.
The script, the script is amazing. It's so funny. The action sequences, everything is just well played, and I think the
Yeah,
direction by Martin Brest is really good. They like it's very good action comedy directing. But what
yeah,
makes this whole movie shine is Eddie at the center.
yeah, yeah. And of course, one thing that Eddie always do is that laugh. Every time you do that laugh, you're gonna be a good, it's gonna be a good
And it's infectious. You just
funny
want to laugh
thing
as
for you
well.
too. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Like I said, everything about the first one was definitely amazing and very funny. And also, we got shout out to the his character, his partners too, because they made the movie kind of funny too
Yes,
as well.
exactly. They're amazing. Like they're just funny
Yeah,
and they kind of make like this alternate, presences to him. Like Roswood and Taggart,
yeah,
like they're always just funny and they're all so low key and laid back. And you could tell this
yeah,
they're from Los Angeles. They're different from him. He's more spicier, he's just more energetic, and
yeah,
they're kind of laid back, kind of cool, but they just play it out so well and they're just good friends. You feel like you want to be part of this Three Musketeers, as he told him, like all for one for all, and it's
yeah,
hilarious.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But also the theme song
I
of
was just gonna
Beverly
tell
Hill
you.
Cop. The
Oh,
theme song of Beverly Hill Cop was always was amazing too.
amazing.
Very
And
catchy, very catchy. Like very very catchy.
it's the
Yeah,
best ever.
it
And it's
is.
so I remember it also I think they took it in like Crazy Frog theme. They used to play it like
Mm.
when we were like a little bit older. It was insane.
Yeah, yeah,
So yeah, definitely you would never forget it. Even the theme song was just so cool and so funny and
yeah,
very Axel. Like I think they call it
yeah.
Axel F theme or something.
Axel, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Axel F, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Axel X, yeah,
it
yeah,
has to. It's amazing. It's like him. It's like his personality into music. So it's just
yeah.
so cool. Oh my gosh.
No, no. Fun fact, that's my ringtone.
Oh my God, really?
The thing song's my ringtone. Yeah,
If I was there, I would call it every
yeah, yeah.
single time we're together. Oh my God, this would be so funny. But it has to. It's like the coolest. My dad for
Yeah.
like a long time had the good, the bad, and the ugly theme as his ringtone, and we would like go
Mm.
da da da. And then my sister got like, "No, Dad, just get it out of your phone. Stop. Not everyone who calls you are gonna hear this. Enough is enough." So yeah, it's so cool when you have something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, 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 yeah. It is good. It is cool.
Okay, so what is your favorite scene from the first one?
I guess when we first got to LA. We first got to LA. He met the guy at the door, and then who I met his friend, the girl.
Yes,
Yeah. And then when you got to the place, I think the guy Serge,
yeah,
he asked about his friend murder, and they threw him through the glass.
it's the best.
Yeah,
And then
yeah,
he's like, "Get out of here!" The way he just says
yeah,
it, it's insane. It's just so funny. You can't help it. And the way
yeah,
Serge can't even say his name, like he would make up name, like he can't even say Axel. And it's
yeah,
like the
yeah,
funny, he just doesn't want to let it go. It's insane.
yeah. Also, I got a couple more.
Tell me.
Also, the banana scene.
Oh
When
my,
he went in
give
the
them
hotel,
food.
he asked for the banana. With by the way, you know that Damon Wayans.
Yes.
That's Damon Wayans. That's the young Damon Wayans in
Yeah.
that scene. Yeah.
Really?
I had to pick that up the last time I watched. They're like, wait, that Damon Wayans?
Oh my God, really? I never knew. I never noticed.
Yeah, I never noticed either until like I watched it the last time. Like, wait a minute, this Damon Wayans? Wow, I gotta say this on this episode now.
Oh my God, this
So
is so cool.
yeah,
I
yeah,
never noticed. Oh my God.
yeah. That's
Wow.
Damon Wayans. Yeah. So yeah, the scene with the banana. So when he went to the car, when the two partners were following him, he put the banana in the engine
Yeah.
while the waiter gives them their food. That was another funny thing that I like.
I think Roswood was just very excited about the food. He was even more than Taggart. He was like eating and very happy. So it's
Yeah,
just so
yeah,
funny to see how he played them.
yeah.
What else is your favorite thing? Like, what else do you like? Do you like, because I was so excited when I saw, like Jonathan Banks from Breaking Bad being one of
Mm,
the bad guys. Because in
Yeah.
Breaking Bad, he was like this character, and then you see him here, and he's so young, but he's still so evil. And you're like, oh my, I can't believe how the world is small. So, what else do you pick on from the first movie that made you interested?
Well, also, Billy is one of my favorite characters on that movie too. Billy. So yeah, I like him. He was funny in the movie. The guy that played Billy.
Yes,
He yeah, who was one of the partners.
he's the best. Roswood, Belly Roswood
Yeah,
is the best. Yeah, he is so
yeah,
funny. And he's also so, like he's a chill character. You could feel
yeah,
the difference between him and Axel. He's such a good friend to Axel, but at the same time, he's really mild. He's very chill
yeah.
character, and you just feel the second film is like so when he invited them to his house and showed him his
Oh yeah,
plants
yeah,
and the turtle, and they were both looking at him. And he's like, I listen to this one listens to Beethoven, this one listens to James Brown, and they're looking at him like Axel and Taggart, like, ooh, what is this? What is he saying? And this
yeah.
was just funny because
And
it shows
also,
you a lot. Tell
yeah,
me.
also I feel like Axel rubbed off on them in the second film. You know when they had the new lieutenant, and at the end of the film they got mad at the new lieutenant, and then the other boys like you fired. I felt like he Axel rubbed up on them. And stuff like
So
that.
much. And he's first, I think, when they have the new lieutenant too, and he's meeting him for the first time, and he's like, "I'm Johnny
Yeah,
Wishbone," and he's like predicting, "Yeah, yeah, let me know what your name is." He is like you would want this kind of, like thinking the way you could just handle yourself in any situation. Like I was
yeah,
envying him. Like I wish I had Axel Foley in my life to tell me how to deal with mean people, with like aggressive people, because he knows how to his way around everything. He knows his way
yeah.
around everything. So yeah. Also, I
But
think
I got one more piece there, and I gotta say, Axel's first lieutenant, first boss,
yes.
yeah, his first boss, the one that always been mean at Axel,
Yeah.
in
Todd, I
Chicago,
think,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, 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 yeah,
That's in the
yeah,
first movie. He was all when he was like, "You're fine." Oh my, I love this scene so much. So
yeah,
funny.
yeah, yeah. He did not character I like, yeah, he did not character I like,
Very, I mean, he's
very good,
very funny character. You're right.
yeah,
Even in his second movie, he's like showing him all the expenses that Axel has been taking from the department, and he's not
yeah,
doing anything. It's insane as well.
yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
it's so funny. I think in the third one they kill this lieutenant, right? I think it starts
Yo,
with a murder.
yeah.
So
Oh,
sad.
yeah, they did. Yeah, they did.
I
Right,
haven't
right. They did.
watched the third one for the episode, but I remember loving it. I remember loving when he went to this fun fair. It was a series of
Oh, yeah,
insane
that the end.
things.
Right, yeah, the end. Yeah, 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 yeah. I mean, the third one was not my favorite,
Yeah.
but I did watch it. Not recently, but probably the last year I watched it. And I know it wasn't my favorite. I remember it was my favorite. 'Cause I know one of the characters, one of the partner was in the third one.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in the third one. I know Billy was in the third one, but
Hmm.
But yeah, I know third one was not my favorite. I do remember that ending scene with the I remember the park scene and stuff like that. But yeah,
Hmm.
third one wasn't my favorite though.
I know what you mean. I remember loving it back then. Like I remember back then I loved it because the sequence in the fun fair, it was just it was just crazy. He had to dress
Yeah,
up as a character and kids were
yeah.
bothering him and then he had to make this dance and it was I
Oh
just
yeah, yeah,
he
yeah,
was the funniest ever. Like you could just want to watch him all the time. I remember even when I watched the Nutty Professor series, it was did they make many parts of this Nutty Professor or just one?
the two, yeah, with two,
Yeah, but I remember even it was kind of gross, but I still liked it too because
yeah,
just
yeah,
Eddie can make anything just funny. So
yeah.
I don't know. Are you excited about the fourth one? Like, do you really want to watch Beverly Hills 4?
I'm curious about it because they brought back a lot of the characters. They brought back the partner who wasn't in the third one. He's in the fourth one. Both partners, both people who was not in the third one is back in the fourth one. It was the partner and it was the lieutenant in Beverly Hills. He wasn't in the third one. I didn't realize that when I watched it. But
Okay.
but yeah, but yeah, but I look forward to the fourth one though. I look forward to the fourth one.
I think it will be like now we have a lot of nostalgia baiting, like they're bringing
Yeah, a
back a
whole
lot of
lot.
things.
Oh,
Exactly.
let me name a few. We got a Hill Cop. I just found out Power movie lottery ticket just got announced for they coming back with a new movie. We had Good Burger 2 last year. Um, see what else. What else?
Bad
We had
Boys, we having like a new
bad. Oh yeah,
one.
bad boy 4 coming out in June.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a lot
Beetlejuice
of
2.
nostalgia. Oh, Beetlejuice, yeah, Beetlejuice 2,
And
right?
they're
Beetlejuice
making
2.
Freaky Friday too. I don't know.
Oh yeah, her Freaky Friday, yeah,
I
Freaky Friday 2
loved
coming
Freaky
back.
Friday, the first one. I don't know. So there's a lot. What do you think about Freaky
It is
Friday?
a lot. I enjoyed Freaky Friday the first one. I enjoyed it.
It was insane seeing Jamie Lee Curtis. It was just funny seeing her, like
Yeah,
flirting with
yeah,
Chad Michael Murray and being like a teen and stuff like that. I don't know how they're gonna make it now.
yeah.
What
Me
they're both
either.
adults. I
Oh,
don't know.
I mean, the ending of the first one, the son and the dog switch places, but I
Again,
don't think they're gonna continue that route though. I don't think they're gonna continue that route, but
I don't think they will do it. I don't think they will do it. Yeah, I don't know.
uh,
It must be them, of course. I think they will make them like switch personalities or switch
yeah.
characters or body swap.
Unless it could be Lizzie, and probably she'll have a kid, and probably that's might happen. Who knows?
Oh, you never
I think
know.
that's
You're right. Now that
yeah,
would be insane. But let it be with like Jamie Lee Curtis. Like, don't let it be with like we want something insane. Like like this
yeah,
grandma going all teens of the time now, like a Gen Z teen, and then we have a Gen Z teen acting like a grandma. Now that would be
yeah,
insane. Okay, I'm
yeah,
all
yeah.
for this idea.
Yeah. Also, don't forget Ghostbusters too.
Yep.
Ghostbusters, yeah.
Yeah.
None of that nostalgic, yeah, came back, yeah.
Okay, so what do you feel about this phenomenon? Like, do you think it's healthy? Do you think it's good? It's helping cinema, or is it just cliche and they're like milking it?
Kind of milking it, 'cause I think they try to do it for the new generations, and I get it. And plus, a lot of movies that came out have not been great, so they try to get the audience back. And also, since we grew up on it, they think that was we want. I mean, to be fair, a lot of us do like nostalgic,
Yeah,
so they wanna bring it back for us as well. So, but honestly, depending on the script, it's not gonna be good unless the script is good.
that's true. That's totally true.
Yeah,
Totally true. Because when you see even Beverly Hills 1 and 2,
yeah,
both scripts were solid. Yeah, yeah. We know that the second one is rushed in a way,
yeah,
but they
yeah,
both
yeah.
had
But yeah,
scripts, and the scripts were so intriguing, and there was a lot of jokes, a lot of comedy. I think I also missed this dialogue, like this dialogue that flowed very effortlessly, that flowed very, very freely. When you see people talking, I don't know, I don't think we have that kind of screenwriting anymore. But I just
yeah,
feel like movies, in a way, are, I don't know, held back or suppressed or something. I don't know.
I
Like,
agree.
this is what I feel like. I don't feel like the dialogue is memorable enough. Now, when you see these lines, when you see these movies, you realize, oh my gosh, I remember this from this time, I remember this from this time. But now it's just, I don't know, it's mostly forgettable. You cannot even remember a
Yeah,
single sentence or have it as a code or whatever. And when it
I
is,
agree.
it's like tied to the time. Like you might remember it this year, but not forever. But see, Beverly Hills is like what, before I was born, 1984.
Yeah,
And we're
me
still
too. Me
talking
too.
and it's still relevant and it's still funny.
Yeah, it is. But I got a fun fact. I got a fun fact about Eddie Murphy. So a couple of fun facts. So one, Eddie Murphy was supposed to be on another movie during the 80s, 1980. I'll talk about this on my show. He would be on another movie in the 80s called Who Framed Roger Rabbit,
Wow, I love it.
but he turned it down because he didn't believe that a movie slash real life will work.
Ooh, see? But
Yeah,
it worked. I can't
it
believe it.
worked. Yeah, it worked. He regretted it later. He
He had,
also Yeah,
yeah.
he also was supposed to be on Ghostbusters as well. He
And
was
why
also
did he
supposed to
turn
be.
it down? Why?
He turned it down. I think he would do. I think he was doing too much movies during that time. I think, but he also regret that movie as well.
Oh my God, of course he did because it went on to become a very huge success. He would have been
Yeah,
like the craziest successful actor of the time. Imagine him taking up all these projects.
yeah, and one more fun fact. He was supposed to be on Bad Boy as well.
Okay, but he
He was.
turned it
He,
down as well.
he turned it down because I think they couldn't afford Eddie at the time, so they got Martin instead.
Oh, they couldn't afford him. He was like too expensive, right?
Yeah. He was too expensive. Yeah.
But I don't think Eddie would have played, like this. Remember Martin Lawrence's character was kind of a sidekick to Will Smith. I don't think
Yeah,
Eddie
yeah,
would have
yeah.
Eddie
Yeah,
has such an ego. Come on, like you could feel
yeah,
Eddie's really full of himself. You always feel it, even when he's playing, like the down beaten character. No, he's still Eddie. So I don't think he would have
yeah,
been a subordinate to Will Smith. No. So yeah, Eddie, this one is right. It's not for you. It's not your
yeah, yeah,
persona. But the other ones, oh I would have loved to see him in Who Framed
yeah.
Roger Rabbit. What?
Yeah, I would. I would want to see him in Frank Roger Rabbit as well. That would have been amazing.
It would have been insane. Wow, he's the
Yeah.
best. Okay.
So
So
so so so. Oh, you get you. Oh, I got a question, but I'm gonna save it until we get closer to the end.
you have a question? Tell me.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
What is your top five Eddie Murphy movies?
Okay, let me see. Top five Eddie Murphy movies because I
Yeah,
love Eddie
yeah,
Murphy.
your top five Eddie Murphy.
Definitely Beverly Hills Cop is gonna be one of them. The Vampire in Brooklyn. Sorry, I love Vampire in Brooklyn, and I just think it's amazing. I think I saw him in Doctor Dolittle too. Doctor
Okay.
Dolittle. The I don't know if he made two or not, but
Yeah,
I
yeah, he was in two. Yeah, he's in
yeah,
one and two.
and I saw him in the first one, and I loved it because for me it was so cool. Like I saw the very very early one, didn't enjoy it at the time,
Oh
but then
yeah,
I saw his Doctor Dolittle, and I loved it. So you
yeah,
have like Beverly Hills, you have Vampire in Brooklyn because it's insane. You have Doctor Dolittle. What else, Jay? What else, Jay? Do you have? Da, 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 da. I think there was this movie. Oh, Dolomite is my name. This was
mm,
like later on, and I think
yeah,
he had
yeah,
like
yeah.
such a good, like it was a good
There was
movie, and it
there
had
was this was comeback. This was comeback. Yeah, you're
yeah,
right.
and Wesley Snipes was with him as well,
Oh
which
yeah,
was a
yeah,
great,
yeah,
a great treat for me. Oh my gosh, I don't know. I loved him in Shrek,
yeah, yeah.
so
Definitely,
yeah,
definitely Shrek. Yeah.
insane. I don't know, like these are like my main, but I think I need to revisit a lot of more Eddie. Because
Mm,
I saw Nutty Professor too. It used to make me laugh.
yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah, it would of course be like part of it, but I haven't seen like 48 hours in a very long time, so I don't even
yeah. Very
remember.
long time. Yeah,
What,
one and two. I didn't see it. I didn't see one and two in a very long time either.
so tell me, what are yours?
I gotta think about this. Okay, go in no particular order because I don't know. I gotta think about this. So Boomerang is one definitely.
Okay.
Boomerang is one. Beverly Hill Cop, of course, is another one. The Golden
French.
Child. The Golden Child. Of course, you ain't know. I spoke about this on my episode. He came on the show,
Yeah.
and that's always been my favorite. Let's see. The Nutty Professor one. Nutty Professor
See,
one.
because it was it was such an insane concept. I don't know.
Yeah, and Shrek definitely Shrek.
Shrek is like craziest cartoon ever made. And all our generation just loved it because every time I was just talking to another friend and he was like Shrek and I'm like, guys, why are we obsessed with Shrek? We felt like Shrek was a friend we never had. I don't know. I loved Shrek so much.
I did too. And Mulan. Mulan.
Okay, Milan, of course.
Yeah, Mulan. Yeah, as the dragon. Yeah,
He was the
yeah.
best.
He was. Yeah, him. Eddie Murphy on anime is really funny.
He is because he has the voice acting is great.
Yeah,
The way he delivers the lines, he's perfect at delivering lines. Like this is what
yeah,
made I think Axel Foley iconic. The line
yeah,
delivery itself, the way he just flows with the words and he knows when to stop and when to just bam 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 bam. It's like bullets sometimes, and it's like the
yeah,
funniest. So definitely, of course, this is why he's in like in Shrek as Donkey, he's like memorable, and of course in Mulan as the dragon, of course.
yeah.
You didn't like Vampire in Brooklyn? This movie was crazy.
I feel I watched it. I haven't. It wasn't one of my favorite movies. I haven't watched it in a very long time. I have to revisit that one.
And it has
I have to revisit
Angela
that.
Bassett too, who was stunning in
Yeah,
this movie. So
yeah.
yeah,
I definitely got to rewatch it. But I do have another question. I don't know how you feel about this question.
tell me.
What was your worst Eddie Murphy movie? What like one movie that you watched for Eddie Murphy but you did not like it for some reason? I know, as a fan, it is gonna be some stuff that we're not gonna like.
Where is there? I think I've seen him in things where I felt like, no, Eddie, this is not you. Maybe like the sequel to Nutty Professor was just, I don't know, trashy, like very bad. Definitely, Like in Dreamgirls, I think he was in Dreamgirls. I
Yeah,
didn't
he was a good guy. Yeah.
love him in Dreamgirls. Like I felt it was okay, like okay, it was good for me, but not Eddie Murphy good. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like I don't know. There is anything
I,
that I think the
I ain't gonna lie. I was shocked about him in Dreamgirls. I was shocked about that role.
yeah, and oh yeah, the Nazi Professor second one was just awful. Doctor Dolittle 2 wasn't just good. I don't know what else. I think some of his later stuff, like Candy Cane Lane, was good, but then he had
Yeah,
like more stuff between the Dolomite and the Candy Cane Lane. Like
yeah, yeah,
he was just
yeah,
doing
yeah,
things that
yeah,
are unmemorable
yeah,
for me.
yeah. He did Coming to America too, and he
Mm.
did
I didn't
he
really like.
did
I'm not big on the
yeah.
Coming to America. I don't like. For me, it's not my vibe. Like I don't. Even the first one is not mine. Like it's not my movie. You know what I mean? Like I like these
Yeah.
other comedies. So even the first one wasn't just.
I mean, I like the first Coming to America, but I guess a lot of people like it. I guess it's more overhype. I guess because that
Yeah,
seems like more about yeah.
I feel
I
the
don't hate
same.
I don't hate it, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's just people overhyped it. Number two, yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't like them two though at all.
He
But
always fails with the sequels.
yeah, but if I had to pay say my worst Eddie Murphy movie, it's one movie that I did not like from him at all. No
Tell
bit,
me.
no bit.
I haven't seen this one, so I can't. Is it
Yeah.
bad? Good. I'm not gonna see it.
Well, a lot of people like it.
But you didn't.
I didn't,
Yeah.
I didn't like it. No, I didn't like it. I know a lot of people were shocked. Like, you didn't like no bit. Like, no, I did not like no bit. I just didn't. I just couldn't get into it.
I'm glad I didn't watch it then. I don't want to
Yeah.
see him in things that just make him, like look different in my eyes. Like,
I mean, the movie is popular though, but I know for
yeah,
me, I
I know
just
what
didn't
you
like
mean. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Oh my gosh. But overall, Eddie's like our guy. He's like our
it. Yeah.
favorite. We just love him. And Beverly Hills Cop, I definitely recommend the first one to everyone to watch.
I agree. I agree.
It's just you watch the second one too, and watch the third if you want, and get back to us and tell
Yeah.
us why did you let do this to me. But the first one, I guarantee you're gonna have the best time of your life. You're gonna just
Yeah.
disconnect and feel so good about life, and just watch with him and listen to.
Yeah.
We'll just keep singing it like we're doing.
Yeah. I was upset when they made that theme song 90 ish on the third one. I'm like, oh, come on, y'all gotta keep the 80 of it,
No,
you know?
no, I know what you mean. This is why you felt it lost the vibe. Because they
Yeah,
did,
yeah,
they 95. Just leave these
yeah.
80s.
95. Yeah.
How could you
And,
do that?
I'm nervous what they're gonna do with the new one with the theme song.
I know. They better just bring back the good old times. Like they better bring it
Yeah,
back. I hope it's not a crazy remake and stuff.
yeah.
Anyway, we'll see. We'll
But
hold judgment.
there's one more thing that we forgot to mention about Beverly Hill Cop.
Tell me.
The soundtrack of Beverly Hill Cop was amazing,
It was amazing.
amazing.
The
Like
best.
Patti LaBelle had two songs off that soundtrack.
Can you believe this? It's just so
Yeah,
cool. This is why I think the movies back then were just so cool. Like you have a lot
yeah,
of great artists, a lot of great songs.
it was, and yeah, that soundtrack was amazing. I had to re-listen to it recently because yeah, that soundtrack was, woo, jeez. Hold on, I'm gonna pull up and see, let you know who was on that soundtrack.
Tell me
I'm gonna pull up real
more.
quick. I'm gonna pull it up real quick. So on this soundtrack, on part one, Beverly Hill Cop, we have Patti LaBelle, we had Shamar, we had Junior, we had Raku, Robin, the Pointer Sisters,
Wow.
the System, and then of course the guy that made the theme song for Beverly Hill Cop.
It will always be that iconic. Like it will
Yeah,
always be like you will always have it in your mind with the theme song, definitely.
yeah.
Yeah, that because it's just so yeah. Harold Faltermeyer, I think it's called Harold. Yeah.
Yeah. How unfortunate. Yeah, there you go. There you
Yes.
go.
He's so good. He's just so good.
Yeah,
Thank you,
yeah.
Harold. This was amazing that you made
It
this
was.
theme song.
It was. It was. It was.
But honestly, just from Jay, the Jay reviews, and from Ken, aka Mr. Gentleman, please watch Beverly Hills Cop. You will love it if you haven't seen it before. If you have seen it like years and years ago, like we did, just watch it again. And we really love Eddie Murphy so much. He's just one of our favorite
Yeah,
comedians, and this is our love letter to him and to his artistry and to his brilliance as a comedian and as an actor. And we can't wait for the fourth one so that we come back to you with our review. Ken, do
yeah.
you want to
Number
say
four, yeah, yeah. Number
anything?
four, and Netflix, yeah, this summer.
The
Well,
summer.
yeah, well, Jalen, thank you for having me on the J Day. It was really good to be on it. I definitely want to come back because we got a lot more movies to talk about, so I
We
definitely want to come
got a
back.
lot to talk about,
Yeah,
Kenny. Just prepare yourself.
and I'm going to announce it here. Jalen will be back on my show for season 8 of Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast for the top 20 countdown show. So yeah, look out for that. Yeah, we got more movies. She already been on four. No, she been on the show 4 times already.
Yeah.
Three of them was countdown show, and one of them was her introduction interviews. And
Yes.
and I just want to say you're amazing and keep doing amazing things. And I'm happy that I'm in your life. So yeah,
Thank
keep
you,
keep doing amazing
Kenny.
things.
My God, you're the best. You're like the best friend. Seriously, one of the best people in the world and really a dear friend. And I'm just so happy to be sharing, our love for cinema and life with you. So just
Yeah,
thank you
yeah,
for being in my life as well.
yeah, yeah. I appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Okay, so thank you guys for tuning in and wait for us more. Wait for me on the, top 20 countdown with Ken, Mr.
Yeah,
Gentleman.
yeah.
Bye.